Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing 3 quick and easy DIYs for Christmas using Dollar Tree items. So let's get started. I'm going to be taking one of the Christmas tree cutouts from Dollar Tree, and I made this little design here on my computer and printed it out. However, the tree's a little bit bigger than copy paper down at the bottom. So I have some more of the buffalo check print that I will be piecing on. But first I want to go ahead and paint around the edges of the tree and the trunk with some black paint. And then I'm going to line this up and get this cut out to the size that I need. Alright, so here's the tree all painted, and here it is. I just pieced everything on here and just taped it with some tape. I'm going to be Mod Podging this on. And I did cut it a little bit different with a little bit of a wave down there at the bottom so it wasn't perfectly straight across the trunk. So let's get a bunch of Mod Podge on here and get that paper on. Okay, now I got all my Mod Podge on. I'm going to line this up and smooth it out. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and I'm going to work on a frame because I'm going to be placing the tree inside my frame. This is a frame that I got from a thrift store a few years back, and I've never painted it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it black first, and I'll probably do a couple coats on there, and then I'm going to take my white and paint over the black, and I will distress it. So I have a piece of cardboard here that's going to fit inside, and I printed some designs off, and I'm just going to be Mod Podging them on, just kind of placing them randomly. The first one is a pine cone with some pine needles. Let's get a bunch of Mod Podge on here. And I did put some paper on the cardboard, and I don't mind if this gets a little bit with wrinkles because I kind of like that look. So I'm just going to line this up here. And I'm just going to smooth it out. And I'm going to put the frame on here. Now I haven't distressed it yet. I'm just trying to make sure this is where I want this. And I'm going to be also adding some other pieces that I printed off. So I have some of the sheet music here that I kind of want to set in here. And I also printed off these little holly and berry leaves. And then another little of the pine cones. I'm just going to kind of play with these for a little bit. And here is where the tree is going to go. So I do want it to where you can see on here. So I got to kind of place it in the right spot. And kind of push that in here a little bit. All right, so this is what I decided to do is I'm going to just Mod Podge this over here. I'm just going to put some on the back of the paper. And just work my way down. Just do a little bit at a time. Oops. Okay. I'm going to smooth it out a little bit. And like I said, I want some of these wrinkles in here. I do like the wrinkles. And I will be cutting off anything that overhangs, of course. Alright, so now that I have that on, I also put the little pine cone here, and I'm just lining up my tree because I'm trying to fill in a lot of the white spaces here with these printouts that I did. Just want to see what's going to work for me. I'm going to need to tear this a little bit more so it fits in there better. Let's go ahead and rip the rest of this off here. And you know, you just got to kind of play with these things sometimes. Alright, so I decided to put that one there, and then the other one I've cut to fit down here on the bottom right corner. Gonna get that Mod Podged on. Oops. stuck there. All right. I'm going to smooth it out a little bit. All right, so this is how it's going to look. And now I need to go ahead and get the frame distressed here. So I'm just taking some sandpaper and I'm just going to be going over all the little ridges here and the little dots and everything. Just going to be sanding this off. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this finished, and then we're going to put it on the paper here. You can see I have this all in here. Actually, this looks really nice just this way. You could keep it like this, but I still want to add my tree, of course. All right, so I'm going to put the tree all the way down to the bottom here, and I'm just going to use some E6000 to glue this on. All right, so now it's all glued, and I have this idea of sticking these little fairy lights in here, the battery operated ones, because my cardboard just is holding it in. I don't have this tacked or anything. So I can stick this through, and I need to tack it up in the corners here so it will all fit, and I did kind of curly cute it up. I made a little messy bow here, and this little reindeer, he's on a necklace that was just a cord, a red cord. And I think he looks cute on here. He's actually a bell. I kind of like the way that looks. I'll go ahead and turn this off. And we're going to get this going now. I'm just going to take my glue gun here, and I'm just going to put a little glue here just to hold the fairy light wire in, up in each corner. Okay, let's go ahead and get this other corner done. Just move this around a little bit. A little bit of the hot glue over here and push it in. And find out where I made my little piece there. Okay. And let's get this little section up here at this corner. And we'll tack it in. All right. I'll get that to push in a little bit there. All right, and there it is. I think this looks really cute. Now I just need to hot glue my little bow on at the top here. And I think I'm going to do it on an angle instead of at the very top. We'll just kind of put it on the side here. I think it'll look cute. All right, and that is it for project number 1. Now my second one is one of these ornaments. I bought this a couple years ago. I bought 2 of them, and some of this where the glitter's at, you know, I just want to rub it off with some sandpaper because I want to Mod Podge some wrapping paper on here. So I just want to make sure I get all of this off. Okay, so here's my wrapping paper that I have. I got this from Home Goods many years ago, and I've already gone ahead and Mod Podged it on here. And the wallpaper is a little glossy, but I do like that look. Just going to take my X-Acto knife here and cut around the ornament. And we'll take this off. Looks like I need to cut it a little bit more right here. All right. And I did have to take that off, so I'm just going to be hot gluing that back on right there. And I had this other Let It Snow sign I've had a couple years from the Dollar Tree. And I went ahead and took the Let It Snow off. I want to put it on here instead. I'll use that other board for something else. I think it's more fallish to me, maybe. I don't know. All right, so I have everything hot glued back on. And I have these little snowflakes here, these little plastic snowflakes. I want to put this big one right here on the O in snow. And then I'm going to be randomly putting them on the ornament. And I'm going to cut these big ones in half. I want them to be along the edges. Kind of like that. So go ahead and glue that down. And I will be trimming those little pieces off here. Let's get this one over here. Let's get these glued on. And I'll cut another one in half. I think we'll put one more over here. And I think another one right here. All right, now that I have that done, I'm just taking my white paint and I am dipping the end of my paintbrush in here, and I'm going to make little dots on here to look like snow, kind of. Just going to randomly go around the ornament here. Put a few more over here. Just trying to fill up some of the dead spaces here. Okay, now I want to put something here at the top, and I'm just taking some of this mesh ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I love it because it looks like snow to me. I'm just going to take a piece, I'm going to scrunch it up, take some of my floral wire here, wrap it around. Just going to cut off the excess. And you know, you could keep it just like this and put it up there, but you know, I'm going to rag it up just a little bit. I'm just going to start cutting into it. Just kind of cut in pieces in. All right, let's continue to do this on the other side. A few pieces coming off. See, that looks really pretty. It looks like I need to cut just a little bit more. All right, now that it's done, I'm just going to hot glue it over here to the side. Just put a lot of hot glue right here and press it down. All right, that is it. You know, this would look really pretty in a wreath or just hanging on your door. Now for the last project. So I'm taking one of these cutting board looking things that were fall. I bought like 3 of them. I did one for fall. This one's going to be my Christmas one, and I'll probably do the other one for spring. So I did take this off first because I want to paint that. I am going to be painting the Hello Fall white. And I printed off this North Pole Baking Company. And I'm just going to cut it around. And I will be Mod Podging this on. But first, I'm going to be painting this with my Tomte Red. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. I just need around the edges and the handle part at the top. I'm going to do possibly, I might have to do 3 coats. But I'm just going to go ahead and get this painted up and let everything dry. And then we're going to do a crackle technique on it. All right, now that it's all done, I'm taking some Mod Podge and I'm just putting it on pretty thick on all of the red. Make sure I get lots of Mod Podge on here. Just need to make sure that there's plenty on here so the crackle will show through. So I keep going over it just to make sure I have lots on here. Okay, now I'm taking my white while it's still wet and I'm going to be brushing it on. Oops. Sometimes don't want to overwork it too much, but you know, you can put a little bit more on there. Now I'm going to take my heat gun. I'm going to watch it crackle here. All right, now we're back to the round part. I have it painted with a few coats of white. Just going to take some Mod Podge, and unfortunately, you know, the way it printed on here, I don't have enough to cover the whole thing. As you can see, I have a little space down there, but that's okay. It's white. It all blends in perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and get this put on. All right, so I have this all done, and I did use my E6000 to glue it back on. And that red cord right there was on the little reindeer jingle bell from my first project. I'm taking 3 pieces of ribbon here, a houndstooth. I have my buffalo check with the snowflakes on it, the red and black one, and then just a regular buffalo check. Just going to twist it all together here with some floral wire. And I'm not going to do any ducktails on it, just going to leave it as is. So I want that to go up there. And I have my little rolling pin I want to attach, and I got this little whisk at the Dollar Tree. Now here's that cord. I want to hot glue around here just to get some more red going on. I thought this would be easier than trying to paint because it's not easy to get it the same size. And this just happened to be perfect. It's a little bit long, but that's okay. That's why I always keep things, because you never know, you might use it for another project, and I just happen to be needing it for this one. And this is going to be hanging on my island in my kitchen. All right, let's cut that off. Just had a little piece left. Tack that down. And then we're going to finish off at the top. So here's my bow. I just took some red ribbon and attached the rolling pin and the whisk to it, and I'm just going to hot glue this on. Kind of up high right here. Let's kind of fluff the bow a little bit. Just going to fluff the bow up a little bit. And I'm probably going to have to hot glue at least the rolling pin on here. But this is how it is turning out. So let's check out all 3 of my projects together. All right, my sweet friends, that's going to do it for the video today. I hope that you enjoyed it and that I could give you some ideas on how to use some of the Dollar Tree items to make your own Christmas decor. I want to wish everybody a very wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.